Well, it's the 1970s and the peak of the grindhouse genre. Exploitation horror movies from this era were finally going mainstream, with the regulatory noose on language, lurid content, sexuality, and violence all being loosened. There was a growing appetite from the general public to watch something more edgy, and those bucolic movies of yesteryear with Lassie leading the gang on a little camping trip chock full of s'mores were rapidly becoming a thing of the past. George Romero was among the new batch of non-Hollywood compliant directors who strive to maintain full artistic freedom to tell his story. Young and unknown, he begged, borrowed, pawned to make his first feature-length movie, Night of the Living Dead, which instantly became a drive-in classic and earned its budget back more than 250 times over. With money in his pocket and a few more movies to his credit, he was ready to make the quintessential zombie movie in 1978, Dawn of the Dead. With master of horror movie effects Tom Savini in charge of the gore, the timing was perfect. Filmed in Monroeville Mall in suburban Pittsburgh, the film tells the story of 4 people who flee the inner city in a stolen helicopter at the outset of the zombie plague. The film is noted not only for its extreme gore and head explosions, but for the often overlooked character study into a group of people bound together by circumstances and their attempts at normalcy when not battling flesh-eating undeads. I always thought of it as a vague and loose retelling of the Donner Party story. Character studies aside, this movie foams at the mouth. It runs riot at every turn, with Tom Savini himself in the role of Blades, a machete-wielding biker. The film climaxes with Flyboy being infected and signaling to his fellow undeads that he knows where the real food cabinet is, while Peter and Fran, the final 2, avoid the zombie shuffle and escape in the same helicopter as the mall is overrun. This movie is a trailblazer, not only in the zombie genre, but in horror movies in general. Many that followed were faint copies at best, pale and flaccid in their attempts to seek originality, and all of them bowing to the genius that is George Romero and Dawn of the Dead 78.